Hi, I'm Brett Jennings, and for the last 12 years, I've traveled the country to meet, mentor, and mastermind with some of the brightest and best minds both inside and outside of real estate. I've taken those ideas, brought them back to our team of experts, and sold hundreds of homes per year all across Silicon Valley, and this is how we do it.
Do you have buyers that have moved to the sidelines? Buyers that have said, hey, we really want to buy a house, but prices just seem to be going so high, we think the market's going to crash. Well, there is an answer to that. And the good news is there is a window of opportunity opening up in the market. And if we can get our buyers to get off the fence, we can help them make the right decisions and get into a home. I'm Brett Jennings with Real Estate Experts. And over the next 8 minutes, I'm going to share with you some talk tracks and information to help you get your buyers off the fence. It's worked so effectively that we put 56 buyers into contract in the month of July alone. A couple things to understand. One is how people make purchasing decisions. So key principle is that people buy on emotion and then they justify with logic and reason. The heart chooses and the mind justifies. So what I want to do over the next few minutes is share with you how we can take those buyers who had the emotion, they had the desire, they got out in the home buying process with you, but now have gone to the sidelines because with prices being where they are, they're outside their comfort zone. So how do we provide intelligent market data to provide that logic to support that emotion so they can move forward and buy a house? Well, it starts with a really bold question and claim. So I'm going to share a screen with you here. I'm going to jump into screen share. And the question is that we've been asking our clients is, if you could save $255,000 by purchasing now, would you? Now, I know that sounds like a bold statement, but what we're going to do is we're going to get into the data and actually unpack that. So what's important is that the first step in this process is educating your buyers on the market. And when I say educating your buyers on the market, not where the market is right now, but the big picture of the market. So we're going to take a look at the last 40 years of Bay Area real estate. And this is what we see.
So the question for your buyers, when is the best time to buy? This is our 40-year graph on Bay Area real estate. Few things to know. We have had what we call corrections. We did have a crash in 2008, but all the other breaks in the upward movement in price, we would call corrections, and they typically are anywhere from 8 to 11%. What we also notice is the market usually runs up about 100% before we hit one of these corrections. And you know, in between 84 and 90, prices went up 100%. Between 91 and 94, we had a recession and they pulled back. 95 to 2001, they went up another 100%, and then they pulled back during our dot-com pop. And then they went up again to 2008. When they went up about 60%, they got cut short because of, you know, our banking crisis that we had that caused and precipitated the Great Recession. So the interesting thing to note is between 2012 and 2017, we had another 100% run. And guess what? In 2018, we did have a correction. It went down about 8%. And so right now, we're 2 years into typically what is a 5 to 7 year run. And we're probably up closer to 30%. I can update that slide. So the pattern is we typically run up 5 to 7 years and prices go up 100% before they correct. What causes them to correct is that home prices become unaffordable. And as high as prices may be, or you may think they are, with interest rates being what they are, and the average dual income family working in tech, they can still afford these homes, and that's why the market is moving. So our long-term forecast, if you're a buyer and you're considering buying, here's what we're seeing. Prices will rise, but more slowly. This is looking at our price appreciation for this is national, looking at our price appreciation over the last few years. The blue is where we've been, the yellow is where, the orange is where we're going. Obviously 2021 has been a huge year for appreciation, and we do anticipate Prices, like I said, will continue to rise, but more slowly. The second thing that we want to look at is that rates will rise as the economy recovers. This is the forecast for 30-year interest rates, okay? 2020 was one of the lowest years, and rates are still really low, and they do anticipate rates will be going up from here. So my question, if you're a buyer, is if you could save $255,000 by purchasing now, would you? And this is going to be an infographic that Robbie, I'm going to ask if we can capture this so that you guys can either post it on Facebook or your Facebook stories or Instagram stories, these 3 slides, because I think they tell the story really well. But we're also going to create a text thread in Boomtown, a text template, so that you guys can roll this out to your buyers, because this is the compelling truth about exactly where we are in the market right now. So if you could save $255,000 by buying now, would you? So here's where we are. This shows our median list price for the city of San Jose, which is really mirrors what we see in Santa Clara County. Median prices have retraced. We're seeing that uptick in inventory we talked about on our Altos research chart. And the median price did hit $1.4 million, a little over $1.4 million, and has come down. So the blue line is a 90-day average. The gray dotted line is the 7-day average. And if we look back in time, look back at the end last summer in around June of 2020, you see that line, the dark blue line gradually goes down. The same thing you'll see when we go back to 2019. You know, the blue line goes down and prices retrace. So we're already seeing prices have come off of the top, and on average, on the median list price, it's come down 100,000. The second thing we're seeing is rates. So what this is a screenshot from Mortgage News Daily. And Lauren, if you can type Mortgage News Daily and put the mortgage rates, the / mortgage rates link in the chat. This is a good one to track, guys, because if you go to bankrate.com, you always end up in some funnel and 15 people are calling you to refi when you land on their website. But Mortgage News Daily, if you check on their mortgage rate tab, what I really like about it is on the far right side of the graph, what you see in the yellow bar there is that's where rates have been over the last year. And where the black line is where are they today? So I circled in red the 30-year jumbo fixed, because our buyers, right, who are going to be purchasing these homes are going to be in that product, most likely. And if we can see, rates have been as high as 3.83, and they're down at 3.06. So rates are down about 3/4 of a point off of where they've been. So in summary, I asked the question, if you could save $255,000 by buying now, would you get back into the market? You know, if you've got buyers who've been on the sideline because they're fatigued, or they're tired, they're feeling beat up because they've just missed out on so many homes, this is the message we want to tell them. That's the question we're going to ask them, and this is the message we're going to tell them. Home prices, there's a 7% correction or dip that's happening off the top right now, and the impact on your purchasing power gives you up to $100,000. And mortgage rates have come down 3/4 of a point. 3/4 of a point, if you're assuming a $1.3 million purchase, okay, you're putting 20% down. The difference in that mortgage payment is $438 a month. If we take that times the 30-year life of a loan at 360 months, it's $155,000 in monthly payment savings over where rates have been, and likely rates will go back to. So it gives us a total savings of $255,000. So when's the best time to buy? The time's now.